Hello and welcome to Craftyland's Programming Java, and this is a little side project we're doing. So we're going to use what we've learned up to now and try and do something. Now I haven't done anything, I haven't practiced this, so you're doing it straight from this. So what I've pulled down is some information, and we're going to make a BMI calculator, the body mass index chart. So what I've pulled down in the top is the formula, and there's two. You can do it in two parts. So here's English, which is the Imperial, which is what Americans use and some English people, and the metric, which is probably the rest of the world. And also I've pulled out the results for that. So this, if it's less than this, score of to this, score of this to this is that, blah blah blah, and that's how we're gonna include it in the how we get the answers and everything, and how we print out. And this is what they call pseudocode. This is what you'll think. It's just a little way of helping you. So what we have to do, I just put it in 5 steps. Determine if the user wants it in metric or imperial. So this is if they want this or this. And then we have to get the user to enter the weight, get the user to enter the height, calculate the BMI with the formula, and print out the results. This is basically what we have to do. So we're gonna create a new, close that, keep that open, a new class in here. I'm gonna call it BMI calculator. We don't want that, and we'll finish it. There we go. So let's look at our notes. So because we're just using what we've learned, we're going to be using the if statements and the scanner and using variables and things like that. So we're gonna see what we can do. So we're gonna make a method first. Public because it has to be seen. Void because we're not returning a value, we're just doing an action. And calculate BMI, and parentheses on our brackets, and we have our method. Now we have a first problem. We have to determine whether it's in metric or imperial. I'm going to put, I don't like that English because it's not English, it just happens to be. We'll put imperial measurement. So we have to create something, whether it well, let's create 2 things. We need a weight and a height. So weight, it's gonna have to be, well, if somebody is, let's just do it easy because we're not going to try and introduce decimals, because I don't know any decimals. So we're just going to do a basic integer. Okay, and we're going to call it weight. Okay, and we're going to do another one called height, and we're going to do another one called well, just call it BMI, which will be the sum of them 2. So these are the 3 variables we get from this. So weight, height. Doesn't matter if it's in meters, because this bit translates it to meters. It translates to the BMI. So it doesn't matter. We don't have to be careful about kilograms or anything like that. Usually it's done in the metric system, but for some people in America or they use pounds and inches, and I still use inches because I'm English. Sometimes pounds, not so much now, but I do use feet, you know. So I'm 6 foot, for example. I would say that rather than I am whatever, and I don't even know in meters. I'll have to find that out. So I have to determine what the what do you call it? I forgot what you call it. I have to want that in Imperial. I do that, and we have to do that with an if statement, I suppose. And we have to do a scanner. Let's put a new scanner. Scanner input equals new scanner. I made a mistake in my last video because I couldn't remember the command to import. So it's Control, Shift, and O, and that imports scanner. And remember, we have to put system in. And close it, of course. System.in. That could have been bad. So we've got our scanner. So how do we choose between... This might be a bit of a lengthy video because I have to think it out myself. But I want you to be involved in the learning process. And this is me learning how to do it. So I would think we need something to say, do you want to put this in, do you want to do this in metric or what do you call it? What do you call it? Metric or imperial? So I think we need a string. And we call it measurement, and we'll just close that off, right? So we need we'll do a sisout, and we'll just print it this time. Do you want to calculate this in... I think I'm just gonna, because we don't have much space, we'll just do another one. This in... I've got a space at the front here. In metric or imperial. Okay. So we need a print line there, and we need a print there. So measurement equals input, no, not equals, equals input. So we're going to get that, and we're going to have to look for the string thing. They got a string. Now what is it? String. I'm trying to find it here. It's easier to find it here. I think it's next, isn't it? We've got next. Is that right? No. Oh, because I've spelled that wrong. Change the measurement. And we have to put a little commands. Because we're not... oh, I can't spell it today. I for Imperial. So when I put the next measurement in, so we have to do two things. If we have to do an if and an else statement. So these are going to be our two things. So if measurement is equal to me, do this. else if, let's see, measurement is the same as or equal to I do this. Oh, I can't spell for anything here. Measurement, and we have to, because it's a string, so we've got two things here. So if the measurement is equal to m, and we're going to test this by putting a, we always test it and put m. And this is why I use this thing a lot. System out print to test the things. So I want to test it now. So we have to go to our main and create the object. So the object is BMI calculator calc. That's our variable name of it. Equals new BMI calculator. So calc, and we want to use the action or call it, which is what, calculate BMI, which is down here, and that's it. So we've got the object, we've given it a variable name, we've created a new one, and we've used the variable name to be able to call or to use the method. So I knew it'd be 2, so I should have a thing here. So I say m, enter, it does nothing. Haha, so we've got a problem. Let's see. Let's try it like this. And we're going to put a little space here because let's run it again because that looks strange. Let's say m. If measuring, you're going to press m. And also what? I. That's strange. Why is that? It seemed if the measurement, the string. You see, this is why we have these problems. Whoa, fantastic. Is it this one that's maybe wrong? Next line, next line. Let's just try that one. So let's run it again. So m, and we get I. Oh, what have I done? What have I done? Ah, hit the thingy. Let's run it again and put I. Okay. We get I. So why is that? So if measurement is equal to m, it should print out m. Why don't we copy this and just type 2m. If measurement equal to I. Let's run it again. It's not printing out there. Oh. So we have a little problem here. Now we have to find out this problem. So instead of making you wait, I'm going to come back after I think about it for 5 minutes, and we'll look at it together. Okay, we're back and we're doing something different. So I think if you remember, we couldn't get it to go because I looked up on how strings worked. I had to look up a lot. And we have to use a method within strings. So for example, instead of saying it's the same as equal to blah blah blah, the string class has a method called contains. And it says returns true if this contains the specified sequence of char values. So if I say that contains, and we put M, and we run it, and I hit M, it's got M. And I've done two new methods, one for the metric system and one for the imperial system. I just wanted to take everything out and check. And I did a check here, for example, because I put this system printout here to check what measurement was becoming. So when we do this, it'll print out twice M. So it printed out this, and then it went and printed out this part here. So printed out this part first, and then because it's this, it contains M, it goes to this method, which is here, and it does that, so it prints out this one. So that's how I figured it out. It's a bit weird because I had to look into strings, and when you look at strings, we'll have to look at a whole lesson on strings because they're very funny, because it's a class, it's not a data type. So when you use a class, it's completely different. And this is what we have to remember. So, since we've got that sorted out, and that was a bit difficult, we've done, we can either we can do it here, we can write the code here, or we can write the code here. But what I'm going to do is put it in two different methods. So, if we look at this, we have to get rid of this, and we have to put we have to look at our thing and pseudocode, and we have to get the user to enter the weight. So when we go back to here, we're going to use this scanner again. Alright, we're going to do a sisout. Okay. And we're going to be nice. We're going to say please enter your weight, and because it's metric, it'll be in kilograms, so we'll just give it a little quick reminder. Okay, and we'll do, so we need to get it in, so we'll get input dot, now we have to look, oh, next int, where is it? Okay, so, but we're gonna have to fill our weight. So weight equals input next int. All right, now we're gonna copy that. And please enter your height, and in, what do they do it in here? Oh, meters. So we're gonna have to change this, because meters, you have to say 1.75, don't you? So we're gonna have to change this to a decimal. So we'll just do it to we'll just do a double height. Weights in kilograms, so we'll just meters. Okay. So height equals input dot next, and it's going to be a float. Okay, so we've got these two things. And now we have to look at our formula again. So we're going to do the formula, which is Now let's check. It has a decimal, so we're going to have to change this to a decimal as well. In fact, why don't we all do decimals, because maybe 3.5 kilos, and we'll have to put this next double. Next, the control and space, just to fill it in for us. We have to use the shortcuts, otherwise you'll be sitting typing forever. So B there it is, BMI equals, now what does it equal? So the metric is the weight in kilograms. Oh, so it's weight, I think we have to put this in a bracket, weight divided by, let's have a look, height, and times height. But we have to do this in a bracket, I keep saying brackets, parentheses. Maybe it's because I'm English, we see it, and we have to close the brackets. Yeah, where is it there? To look at my keyboard, and semicolon to finishing. So that's for the metric. We've done that. Now we have to do a series of statements. If it's late at night, my light's not good. If BMI is, now let's have a look. What you have to look is less than, so we know that less than 18.5 we have to do a sisout. And can we borrow some of this? So we're gonna, yes, we're gonna do something nice here. So instead of putting that, we're gonna put BMI. It's gonna print out, we're gonna plus, remember we did this in one of the lessons, is considered underweight. So we'll put a little space there, just to, okay. So anything under that, else if BMI is, now let's have a look, next one is between these two, so it is greater than, and we're going to introduce a new thing, 18.5, and I'm sure, and now this is the logical operator for and, so if BMI is less than 18.5 and BMI, oh no, we need it, so it's greater than, and BMI is less than, what was the figure? 24.9. Let's just copy that because I'm lazy. See, all the errors go away. We're going to do that. We're going to copy this, put that out there, and we're going to copy something else. There we go. Oh no, yeah, we'll have to do it here. So we're just going to copy this statement again and change the numbers. So the number is 25. Less than 25 and greater than 30. we are considered to be overweight, which I'm sure most of us are. And we're going to do, there's 2 more, yes. So we'll just, but this one's a bit different, because if we look above 30, so greater than 30, so we want to say greater is greater than 30, but less than 39.9, we'll just say. I'm going to copy this again and considered to be, oof, it's a bit depressing this. It's considered to be overweight, no? It's going back here. We forgot the is. Just have to do it right. We're going to add a little information here because, of course, we're going to this. I forgot because you have to tell them what the BMI is. So system out your BMI is, and we have to add. We have to add the plus BMI. We're going to stick that there, that should be fine, so they get a bit of information. And we're going to do the last, so if we can get rid of this and put 40. Okay, and what is it? Morbidly obese. My god, I don't know how much I weigh and I don't know my height, so when I do this I'll be making it up and I might become, well, I know sort of my height, but I don't know what it would be. And there you go. So we're going to try the metric system. This is okay, so let's just run the metrics. We're gonna have a metric, yes. Please enter your weight, kilograms. Let's say what's a good weight? I don't know. 101. I don't know what I don't know, 160. Please enter your height. Meters. What am I? I don't know. 1.9. Is that? Whoa! Morbidly obese. I'm done. Oh dear. So using the metric system, I'm morbidly obese, but 160, I think that's too much. Let's try this again. I think I don't measure myself in, I've never measured myself in 10 years. So metric, please enter your, so let's go for 120, and height 1.9. Yeah, they would be obese. Ah, there you go. Maybe I'm obese. I don't know. How are you supposed to be? I have to find out how to weigh myself in metric. Okay, so there we've got our metric one, and our imperial one is basically, we can just copy, paste, and we have to put, now what is it, notes, pounds. So what is that, LB? And height, and what? Inches. Now we have to slightly change the formula. So it's same thing, and then you times it by 703. See, so we've saved ourselves a lot of if statements. So if it's this little, by doing two different things, we just had to copy and paste. So let's try the Imperial. What's your weight? What would be my weight? Maybe I was getting kilograms mixed up. I don't know. Let's just try the same. 120. Height in inches. I think it's, let's think. Oh my god. What would it be? 70. So if you're 6 foot. Is it 72? No, can I be that then? So it must be more pounds. I think I was getting pounds and thingies mixed up. So we'll go for Imperial. So let's go for, that's why I put 180. Is it 180? 72. Healthy weight. Oh. 180 pounds. Yeah, I'll have to weigh myself. I don't know what I weigh. I know my height kind of thing, 6 footish, but not my weight. Probably a bit bigger than 180 pounds. Let's try another one, just for fun. So we'll try we'll try 200 pounds and 72. A bit overweight. Because yeah, it's the muscles, I think. Yeah. But it works. Everything works, you see. So let's have just a quick recap. We had a problem at the beginning. So we created this. We created these variables. So we created all these things. We had to change them to doubles because we needed decimal points. We created the measurement to make so we could switch between imperial and metric. And we needed to get something, so a user input, so we created this scanner object. So in the calculate BMI, when we create the object here in our main method, we say what object we wanted, we give it a variable name, we create it, we get the variable name to help us call or use the method. So in the method, we've got a little thingy here. What we should do, sisout, just to make it look more pretty. You can do that just to, if you watch, and I put I, it gives you a bit more, and you can do that here as well, and here. So please wait your let's say 190 and 72, 25, overweight. I'm never gonna win. So that's what we did. So we did the system out print. We want to give some information, and then we asked for them by using the scanner object, and we needed to get a double. So the thing was next double, the method within the scanner object. Then we did an empty line, and then we got the height, and then we put the height into a variable. So weight, we got both the variables and numbers. So, and then we did the calculation, and we say system out, your BMI is, and then we said, if BMI is, if this is such, then blah blah blah, otherwise this, otherwise that, otherwise this, otherwise that. Okay. And then we did with this the same with Imperial. Now we've duplicated a lot, so this is not perfect because you shouldn't really have to duplicate it. Probably if we are doing it we would have a calculate method, and it's just because what we haven't done, we have to show you some more ways that you can use with methods. For example, you can put things, they call it passing arguments. So for example, if I had a calculate BMI, well, this is calculate method, I would take the weight and the height and I would put them into here. So I would already have, and then I would calculate everything based on that, and using a couple of if statements. If by using this, blah blah blah, use, if it's metric, use this one. If it's imperial, use that one. Use that calculation. That may be a better way to do it. Who knows? There is a lot of when you see something repeated, you know it's bad. You know it can be reduced, I think, and that's the problem. So maybe we can reduce it, but for our first program, and remember, we had problems. This one got me because I didn't realize and had to look it up, and all I did was Google it. So it wasn't anything. I didn't do anything special. I just said Google, Google, scanner and string, getting string information from scanner, Java, something like that. I don't quite remember, but that's all we did. I think it's quite good. I think, after 4 lessons, we've done a little program. We've used 3 methods. We've been able to run it. It's done. It's printed out all this information here. Probably could have done more pretty. Do you want to calculate? This is to calculate your BMI. Do you want to calculate this or something like that? But I don't. And all I do is copy and print this and here and add that. Now that's where the waste is, you see. So we're just doing something just because of this little variable, and these, of course. So, I'm sure a better programmer would do it differently, obviously. But we're learning. This is our learning process, and I've quite enjoyed it. It's quite fulfilling when you do something yourself, even if it's not the most sublime solution. But that doesn't really matter. This is why you practice, and it's good to practice little things. So I would suggest you go and find out little projects and do them yourself and practice, because I'm going to do them once in a while. But for now, this is it. Say goodbye to our BMI calculator, and I hope you enjoy the learning process with me, because I'm enjoying learning. And have a good one. See you next time. Bye bye.